Hello, everybody. This is again Big Polly coming to you. We are now up to another game in the week of the Hometown Football League. I believe this will be game number 12. We do two Upper West games today. We're going to do first San Francisco and Denver, and yes, indeed, this is game number 12 of week number 6. San Francisco holds a half game lead over Denver, so we're going to have the two best teams in this Upper West division, part of the Western Conference, along with the Lower West, who we will be seeing tomorrow in two separate games. This first game will have San Francisco playing Denver. San Francisco, the Gold Raiders, combination of the 49ers and Raiders, and Denver is just Denver. It's a 70-degree day at Denver, Colorado, virtually. The Sports Authority Field in the Mile High City. Clear conditions, a little bit of a wind, but not much. Denver won the toss. I will have them receive the start of the game since I will be controlling Denver. Y.A. Tittle back at quarterback for San Francisco after being injured early in the season, and John Elway for Denver. Bill Walsh and Mike Shanahan, your respective head coaches. San Francisco in the white, Denver in the blue and orange, the orange crush colors, and we're underway, or just about to be underway, Upchurch, Drones, Little, your deep backs on the kickoff. And now we are underway, and that's going to be taken by one of the up backs. We will see who in a moment.
Illegal
it was
block.
Drones.
Receiving team.
But Thompson called for an illegal block, and Denver will start at their own 11. Your starting lineup for the Denver offense: Davis and Humphrey at running back, Smith and Taylor at wideout, Shannon Sharp at tight end, Elway quarterbacking, Clady, Bishop, Neal, and Lepsis, your offensive line. For San Francisco, the front four: Haley, Hardman, Nomalini, and Stubblefield. Linebackers: Mack, Willis, Peterson. The defensive backfield: Willie Brown, Lester Hayes, Ronnie Lott, and Dave Grayson. You see him there. First and 10. And since I'm running Denver, we're going to run more of a double tight end single back set because Humphreys is not really a fullback. Bobby Humphrey. He's more of a second tailback. So we're going to see a lot of single back sets, and we're going to go off tackle left on the first play with Terrell Davis. And he gains 4 yards. Lester Hayes comes up, makes the stop for San Francisco, and it'll be a 2nd and 6. Back to Davis again. Off tackle left again. This time, San Francisco snuffs the play out. Nomalini makes the stop. No gain. And Denver goes to a 3-wide set. And they will look for Rod Smith on 3rd and 5. Elway's going to scramble. Can he get to the first down marker? He can. A gain of 7. He can, and he does. Brown makes the stop at the 22. 1st and 10 from there. They'll stay in this 3-wide-out set. Off tackle right, Terrell Davis. And that's a gain of a couple and no more. Lester Hayes on the tackle. 2nd down and 8. Ball at the 24. Now they go back to the double tight end set. But Humphrey is not really a blocker, so I'm going to just take a look for a moment and see if I could put a blocking back in for Denver to help Davis out. And we really don't have anybody. Just have 2 blockers, and that's it. So we'll just leave it the way it is. Humphrey, off tackle right. Penalty marker down, gain of 2.
Holding.
If
Offense.
it stands, and it's not going to stand.
10-yard penalty.
Gets the holding call, and it'll be 2nd and 18. So they'll go 3 wide and look for Shannon Sharp on the medium cross. About a 50-50 chance of the catch. And there it is, a gain of 12. And it's 3rd and 6 at the Denver 26. This time Elway in the shotgun. And we'll look for Brandon Marshall on the short slant. Of course, San Francisco and Denver played a Super Bowl against each other in the 1989 season, and it wasn't very memorable as it was one of the most lopsided Super Bowls ever. 55-10, San Francisco peaking. The 88-89 49ers have to be up there, one of the great NFL teams of all time, or eras team eras of all time. And they waylaid Denver that night in New Orleans 55-10. Scarpino back to punt, and then we'll do the other lineups for when San Francisco has the ball. The punt goes 46. Taylor caught it at the 28, returned it 8. So 10:54 left opening quarter. San Francisco takes over at their own 36. For San Francisco, it's Gore and McElhenney at running back. Rice and Owens at wideout. Gordy Sotal, your tight end. Tittle back at quarterback. Shell, Upshaw, Otto, Cross, and Sinclair, your offensive line. For Denver, not for Price. Price is going to be one of the defensive ends, along with Dumerville, Smith, and Jackson, rounding out the front four. Miller, Gradishar, and Mecklenburg, your linebackers. Harris Jr., Wright, Atwater, and Thompson, your offensive line. San Francisco 4-1 coming into the game. Denver at 3-1. So whoever wins this game will have first place in the Upper West Division. 1st and 10. That is a give to Hugh McElhenney, who gains 10. On the stop was Von Miller. Gene Upshaw and Randy Cross providing blocking. That's only a combination you would see in the HTFL, considering San Francisco is a combination of 49ers and Raiders. 1st and 10, the ball moves out to the 46. Double tight end set. Not double tight end, but a double double running back set in the shotgun. And that was Gore, who gains 5. Wright makes the stop for Denver. 2nd and 5. Ball crosses the 50 to the Denver 49. Gain of a yard. Mecklenburg on the tackle. Gore got the ball. That's a gain of a yard. 3rd and 4. Billy Wilson comes in as the third up wide out. He's out of San Jose State, played on the 50s 49ers teams. 3rd and 4. Ball to 48. Tittle looks and finds Billy Wilson. He gains 17 yards, and that moves the ball to the Denver 32. 1st and 10. Ball to 31, actually. Gore, he gains 6. Harris Jr. on the stop for the Broncos. He's out of Kansas. Has played more recently. He's a 9-rated cornerback. Defensive ratings are all 1 to 10. 10 being good. You could also have a 10+ rating, which means you're the best. You're probably one of the best of all time if you're 10+, or at least the best in the game. 2nd and 4, ball to 25. The pitch is to McElhenney, and he gets back to the line, and that is it. Randy Gradishar makes the tackle. Now it's a 3rd and 4. Ball is at the Denver 25. Tittle again finds his man. This time it was Gordy Sotal, who gains 13 yards. We'll look at him real fast. Tight end and a kicker. Better known for his kicking exploits, actually. Back in the 50s, he held the 49er club record for many a year. 1st and 10. Ball at the 12. San Francisco just marching right along here on their first drive. We're going to have a marker. 5-yard gain by Gore.
Defense. Number 70. 5-yard penalty.
And the penalty accepted, so wipe out the Gore 5-yard gain. 1st and 5. Ball now at the Denver 7, so San Francisco could score without a touchdown. Could get first down without scoring again. Smith was hurt. And let's see. I think it is Costa that has come in to replace him. Dave Costa out of Utah. Played on those AFL Bronco teams. 2nd and 5 at the 7. This is a touchdown, and that went to Terrell Owens, who goes to the one end of the Denver crowd, and he just plucks some popcorn and is shaking it around and gives about half the box of popcorn back to the fan. Probably should give them a little money, too, for pilfering the popcorn. And it's 6-0 Gold Raiders. And here's your point after try by Sebastian Janikowski out of Daytona Beach, Florida. That's good. And it's 7-0 with 5:31 left in the first quarter. I'm sure Owens will hear from the HTFL League office about that little pilfering of the popcorn. Upchurch Drones, Little, again back deep for Denver. We'll give you the San Francisco kickoff team when we can.
Kicking team.
But that's a kick that went out of bounds. Janikowski just pulled that ball, and Denver takes over at their own 40. 3 wide set, and we will go to Davis, trap left, playing against a very staunch San Francisco defense, especially with all the Oakland players on it. 1 yard loss, nailed by Willis, was Terrell Davis. That sets up 2nd and 11. Denver has the wind advantage, but it's going to be hard for them to get anything done passing-wise. Medium fly to Brandon Marshall is the called play. That's caught, and Marshall did indeed make the catch, a gain of 13. 1st and 10, the ball at the 48. Denver really needs the running game to come through for them. And they will again go to Davis. San Francisco is bunched up, but Davis still finds his way to 6 yards. He's got 5 carries on the game so far, 11 yards gained. Rushing the ball. We'll go to Humphrey on a screen. 2nd and 4. That's incomplete. Peterson came in and tipped it. And it's now 3rd and 4. Back to the 3 wideout set. Shotgun. We'll put Shannon Sharp to work on a cross. Short, tight. That's caught by Sharp, and he gains 10. Ronnie Lott brought Sharp down. And it's 1st and 10 at the 32. Back to Davis. Pitch right. But San Francisco in a blitz, so they're going to throw it instead to Taylor, Lionel Taylor. That's incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 37. Automatic. 1st down.
Taylor was lobbying for pass interference, and his lobbying was successful. Lester Hayes called for pass interference, and he looks over at Lionel Taylor and said, "I'll get you for that, you SOB." 1st and 10. Ball at the 18. Off tackle right, Davis. Gain of 6 yards. Peterson on the stop for the Niners. They will go to Davis. Pitch right on 2nd and 4. And we have a timeout called by San Francisco, who's been reeling a little bit defensively. So they call that timeout and hope to get back on track. Sweep right. Davis. And again, another blitz, so they will go to Marshall on the short slant. Incomplete. Intended for Marshall, so now it's 3rd and 4. Screen, there's going to be a short pass to Terrell Davis. This time, heavy blitz coming. Can Denver pick it off? Oh, just off the fingers of Davis. And the Broncos will be forced to kick. Here is Brandon McManus. He will try one from 29 yards. Pushes it right. No good. Jay Cutler was holding. And the score is going to remain 7-0 in favor of the Gold Raiders. 1st and 10 for them. Ball is going to be marked at the 20. 0-0 snapping the ball is Jim Otto. And that is Gore. That's a gain of 4 yards. 0-0, of course, you don't like to see that if you're playing roulette out in Las Vegas. Speaking of Las Vegas, we'll have them tomorrow. 2nd and 6, ball to 24. McElhenney with a lot of running room here. 50, 40, 35, 30, 20, 10. All the way down to the 4. 72 yards. And that gives him a season high already. Not even out of the first quarter of 82 yards running. And that's got to be his longest rush of the year. 1st and goal, ball to 4. So the 49ers doing it with a run. Here's Gore, and he's got a touchdown. Frank Gore from 4 yards out. Your point after try is good. And at the end of a quarter, 14-0, San Francisco. So as I was saying at the start of the game, this will be the first of 2 games available today on the Hometown Football League games that I do on this Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel. Hope everybody is well seeing this. Recording date was August 18th, 2020. So if you're in Florida, I hope you voted today. I think some other states had primaries today. And go out and vote. I don't care how you feel about the country one way or the other politically, but please participate in the democracy and go out and vote today, or go out and vote when your day comes for primaries in this great country of ours. And we'll get back to this game right now. San Francisco, 139 yards of offense. They have 8 carries, 102 yards, and they've also thrown 4 times. Denver has run 14 plays to San Francisco's 12, and it's been 7 rushing, 7 passing, and they have 59 yards of total offense. Upchurch again, back deep. Denver, with their work cut out for them now in this second quarter, they will be going into the wind, so they want that running game to prosper a little bit. Here's Terrell Davis off tackle right. No gain.
Illegal motion. Offense.
And a penalty's going to wipe out the no gain.
5-yard penalty.
And Sterling Sharp called for an illegal motion. 1st and 15. They'll look for Smith on the medium cross here. Elway looked like he was under pressure a little bit.
Offense,
and that game's going to get wiped out. Neal called for holding. Half the distance to the goal. It'll be 1st and 23 now from the 7. Humphrey, a dive play. Gain of 2. Lott makes the stop, and it's now 2nd and a cab ride from Lakewood for the Broncos. 3rd and 21. They're going to look for Taylor on the medium fly. And that's a throw underneath. Mack hurt. Khalil Mack. Peterson will come in for him. The play gains 6 yards. Elway to Smith. Willie Brown on the stop. 3rd and 15. They'll look for Marshall on the medium slant. Sacked by Peterson, who had just come in the game. A loss of 4. So Denver getting an early down and distance trouble on that series really killed them. Scarpito back deep to punt. Line of scrimmage to 11. Punting into a little bit of a win, and a nice return by Taylor of 9 yards, which will put the ball in Denver territory at the 45. They lead 14-0. Now they look for more. 1st and 10 from there. To McElhenney, who had that 70-yard plus gain at the end of the first quarter. Gains 8 more. He is at 90 yards on 6 carries. 2nd and 2. Ball to 37 now. Throw and a catch to Jerry Rice. Rice was double teamed, but Tittle threw it right in the right spot. And it's 1st and 10 at the 23. Tittle underneath to McElhenney, and McElhenney with a 13-yard gain. Gradishar on the tackle. That was McElhenney's first catch of the game. 1st and goal at the 10. Nearly a touchdown there for Gordy Sotal. Atwater tipped it at the last moment. Now a 2nd and goal at the 10. Going to be an end around to Owens, and Owens has a touchdown. He has a touchdown rushing the ball on top of the one he had on the first touchdown of the game on a pass catch. 20-0. I don't think anybody was expecting this kind of a blowout. Janikowski puts through the point after, and it's 21-0, 10:35 left in the half, and now Denver really has their work cut out for them. Here's Upchurch. He's 9 yards deep in his end zone, so forget about bringing that out. Davis, trap right. It's going to be tough to throw against this San Francisco defense. But now, with Denver down 21, even more so. Davis, outside run, 2nd and 4. And San Francisco penetrates with the blitz. Peterson hurt, and Mack is going to come back in. 3rd and 7. Ball is at the 23. They'll look for Marshall, medium cross. A dump underneath to Davis. Davis will not have enough for the first. I'm sorry, that was to Shannon Sharp. I thought it was 32. It was 82. And that was not Davis's number anyway. It would be 30. So Scarpino back to punt for the Broncos. We're digging a deeper hole for themselves here. Punt went 44 yards. Taylor gained 6. Net of 38, and that moves the ball to the San Francisco 36 with 8:54 left in the half. San Francisco playing like a machine almost so far in this game. 1st and 10, they have a 21-0 lead. And Frank Gore with the gain of 10, that's a first. And it was Wright making the stop for Denver. 1st and 10. Gore, another gain of 13. So far rushing for San Francisco, they have 12 rushes, 143 yards as a team. Not bad. 1st and 10 at the 41. Tittle in the pocket, throws. That is to Sotal, who gains 23 yards, Gordy Sotal. And that was Atwater pulling him down and at the 18. So San Francisco more or less moving at will here. The give is to Gore. He gains a yard. Price makes the tackle for Denver. Now 2nd and 9 at the 17. Gore again. Looks like he gained about 5. He gained 4. Von Miller on the stop. 3rd and 5. Can Denver stop them here? They can. 2-yard loss. Dummerville on the tackle of Frank Gore. Janikowski comes on, and that might not be a good thing for Denver. He'll try one from 32. It's good, but let's check the penalty.
Tripping. Offense, 10-yard penalty.
Upshaw, accused of tripping one of the Denver players, so that's going to move this back 15 yards. Now remember, Janikowski hit a 63-yarder in Denver a few years ago, so this will be from 42, and he got it. It's 24-zip. And there's more anguish coming out of the Denver crowd. Of course, Denver, over the years, has had a very good rivalry with Oakland. First in the AFL and then in the NFL. So Denver, San Francisco is just a little spin on that rivalry. Upchurch getting very busy. He's getting very busy taking a knee. This is going to be another touchback. 1st and 10, ball 20 as always. Bobby Humphrey on the screen. Denver trying to get that passing game going a little bit. Humphrey, marker down, but let's check it.
Holding, offense, number 66, 10-yard penalty.
Nayland got called for holding, and that brought a 21-yard gain back. So Denver will now have a 1st and 20 instead of a 1st and 10 at the 41. 1st and 10 at the 10, a 31-yard difference. They'll go sharp, short slant. We'll give you Elway's stats in a moment. Incomplete. Elway 5 for 10, just 44 yards. San Francisco having a field day offensively at 233, and Denver just was 69, as they did have one good series, but it has been all San Francisco all the time so far. Trap right, Bobby Humphrey on 2nd and 20. Back to the line, and that is it. Willis hurt on that last play. He's the inside linebacker. He'll be replaced by Bowman, Navarro Bowman. Now 3rd and 20 for Denver. Medium fly, Lionel Taylor. That's incomplete. So Scarpino will come on and punt again. 24-0 Gold Raiders. And they'll look for more. Punt went 45. Taylor returned to just 3. But it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 48. And once again, the Gold Raiders with very short field position to work with. To Gore. He gains 3. He has 11 carries, 49 yards. McElhenney so far outshining him with that 70-plus yard gain he had at the end of the first quarter. He's got 4 carries, 90 yards, 10 yards shy of 100. They go to Gore on a pass that time. He gained 12. That was his first pass catch of the game. First and 10, ball to 37. We have 3:10 left in the half. McElhenney picks up 8, and he's now closing in on 100 with 98. Second and 2. 2-minute warning is called. 24-0. Gold Raiders. Here's your second down play. Tittle looks for Rice. Incomplete. Third and 2. Ball to 29. I think I said 20 earlier. My apologies. Looking for Gore, and that's incomplete. So Janikowski comes on. We'll try one from 46. And he pushed that left. No good. No good. So Janikowski gives Denver a break. They will take over at their own 36. They trail 24-0. So I think they will go to the air here. Medium hitch to Taylor. That's good for a 10-yard gain in the first down. Each team, actually Denver has 3 timeouts, San Francisco 2 timeouts, but Denver's going to call one here. Taylor, medium out, will strike where the iron is hot. Instead it was a dump off to Sharp, and that fell incomplete. Second and 10, ball at the 46, Smith, short slant. That's a nice gain, 15 yards. And the Broncos again call timeout with $1:19 to go. And in motion play, they'll go to Sharp on a medium out. Incomplete. Elway now 7 for 15, 69 yards. Look for Smith again, short slant. Blitz coming. Incomplete. Ball to 39 for a 3rd and 10. They'll go 4 wide. That brings Thomas in as the 4th wide receiver. Demarius Thomas, but they're going to go to Lionel Taylor on a medium fly. Incomplete. Looking for Taylor. Grayson deflected it. And now, what do you do if you're Denver here? You could try a 56-yarder, but you got a 1 in 4 chance of making it. So Scarpitto's going to come on and go for the sidelines. And not a good punt at all for Scarpitto. 19 yards. Bounced backwards. Dead at the 20. So San Francisco, 49 seconds left, 1st and 10. It's going to be a give to Gore. Gore's going to lose a yard. Denver's not going to use their last timeout. San Francisco's not going to use their timeouts. Tittle will run. He's got a lot of running room, 26 yards worth. Will San Francisco burn a timeout? They do. 1 left. 16 seconds left to go. 1st and 10. They give to McElhenney. No gain. 10 seconds left. Do the 49ers... I said the 49ers. The Gold Raiders call a timeout. They do. Now they have none left. 10 seconds left. Screen to Gore. Can he get out of bounds? He can. Gain of 7. But that's the half. 24-0 San Francisco. So a very one-sided contest so far, or as the Brits like to say about their soccer when one team's dominating, one-way traffic. 288 yards of offense for the 49ers. They have run 32 plays, 20 of them are rushes, and the rushes account for 182 of their yards. Denver, 94. 28 plays, 17 of them were passes, and the passes account for 69 of their yards. Woodson back deep for San Francisco, along with Washington and McElhenney. And it's going to be Woodson taking it from just within the goal, And there he goes. 30, 20, 10. Put it on the board. 102 yards, which is the longest play we have had in the HTFL this season. Woodson. Point after is good.
Offsides. Defense. 5-yard penalty.
31-0. San Francisco. We'll take a look at Woodson here. I believe that was Abe Woodson. As Charles Woodson, you see him there. I think that was Abe, though, because Abe did have a 105-yard kick return in real life, so I think it was Abe Woodson. You see him there. He's out of Illinois. And for the longest play in the HTFL season, we'll definitely highlight you. 31-0 now. Upchurch back deep. That's another touchback. So what do you do here if you're Denver? Do you sit Elway, or you try to have him try to lead the team back? I'm not going to pull Elway yet, but I'm getting close. Just for his protection. Smith. A gain of 4. Hayes on the tackle. Marshall, medium cross. That's not caught. He looked like he was double covered. Incomplete. 3rd and 6. Davis, screen. Incomplete off of his hands. He's had 2 drops today. Scarpito again, back to punt for Denver. Punt goes 48, no return by John Taylor. 1st and 10, ball to 28, San Francisco up 31. How much more can they give us today? That's McElhenney. He gains 10. That's his 2nd catch of the day, 23 yards now. He's too shy of 100 rushing. 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's your throw. Incomplete, looking for Soltau over the middle. They're going to challenge it.
The ruling on the field stands. Incomplete. A timeout will be charged.
Challenge used by the Gold Raiders unsuccessfully, so that's a timeout charged, and they lose their challenge for the rest of the game. 2nd and 10 at the 38. Long throw to Rice. He's got it. 53 yards. Wright stops him at the 9, and that gives Jerry Rice his longest catch of the year, 53 yards. And again, San Francisco in business, 1st and goal at the 9. I think Don Meredith said the party was over a long time ago. McElhenney goes over 100 with his touchdown, his first of the day. He's at 107 now. Your point after is good, and the onslaught continuing here at Mile High at the Sports Authority Field. A massacre, 38-0. Upchurch again back deep, and it's going to be another touchback. Davis, off tackle right. What can you realistically do down 38? Gain of 8. And it'll be not first down, but 2nd down. Bomb to Smith and play action on 2nd and 2. Let's see if he can do it. There's your throw. It's airborne, but it's not caught. Smith had a hand on it, but could not hold on. Humphrey. Sweep to the right on 3rd and 2. He's going to get the first there and a gain of 4. Very much like Super Bowl 24 when the 49ers obliterated the Broncos that day. But this is the all-time greats team of the San Francisco Bay Area against Denver, so kind of surprising that plays out on a greater scale. Medium hitch to Sharp. And these 2 teams will play again later in the season because they're in the Upper North Division. Sharp could not hold on to that. Elway, 8 out of 22, 73 yards. Short slant to Smith on 2nd and 10. Whistle blew before the play, so that play will not count. Denver, you kind of wonder if that really helps you. Screen to Davis. Incomplete. Haley chased Elway out of the pocket, and it's 3rd and 10. 4 wide, man in motion, medium pass, and we'll look to Lionel Taylor. Incomplete, and I'm thinking that Shanahan's going to pull Elway, mainly for his own safety, in the 38-0 blowout after this series, and Scarpito in the punt. We'll see who Denver can put in. Stewart tackles Taylor after a gain of 3. The punt went 40, so the net went 37. 1st and 10, San Francisco at the 31. Gore, no gain. Dummerville on the tackle for Denver. Gore has 13 carries and 48 yards. Back to Gore again. Gains a yard this time. Price on the stop for Denver. And it's 3rd and 9. Ball at the 32. Tittle over the middle to Soltal, who gains 22. Atwater made the tackle. 1st and 10 at the 46. To Rice, incomplete. Jerry Rice bobbled the ball. He lost it. Tittle, 11 out of 17, 191 yards. Big story has been San Francisco's running game, with McElhenney gaining 107 on just 7 carries. 2nd and 10 at the 46. To McElhenney again, and McElhenney again breaking free. 46-yard touchdown catch. So Hugh McElhenney having an excellent game. Here's your point after try. That was his 3rd catch, and now he has 69 yards receiving. Janikowski put it through. 45-0 Gold Raiders with 7:32. We are still not even midway through quarter number 3. Here's Upchurch. He'll down it. Elway's coming out. They have Frank Tripucka, Brian Greasy, and Jay Cutler. None of them really good options, but we'll put Jay Cutler in because he's the highest rated. Not much you really can do if you're Denver right now. Medium cross to Smith on 1st and 10. That's a gain of 15. Woodson on the stop for San Francisco. They'll go off tackle right with Bobby Humphrey, the fullback, for lack of a better term. Gain of 3. Sharp and San Francisco already has the 2nd string in. Long fly to Sharp. There's your throw. It's caught. And a gain of 31. Mogul made the tackle. That is Dicky Mogul. Of course, he was famous for being tackled in the Cotton Bowl from an Alabama player who wasn't even on the field for the play. He just came off the bench, tackled Mogul, and the referees, as they can in college football and in the pros, awarded I think it was Rice that played Alabama that day, a touchdown, the touchdown penalty, which is very rarely used. And he's playing safety now for San Francisco. Banducci in the game. You see him there. He could also play offensive line. So San Francisco already with some. You see Mogul again. So San Francisco already using some of their scrubs. Another long fly. This to Lionel Taylor. Cutler's going to run. Gain of 2. We have 5:12 left in quarter number 3. Taylor, medium slant. That's caught, and that's a gain of 17. Strakowski makes the stop. We'll take a look at him out of Marquette. He wears number 91, even though he's a corner. Cross to Rod Smith on 1st and 10 from the 12. He's got a touchdown. And he leaps into the stands. So there's some consolation today for Denver. Here's your point after try. Good. And it's 45-7. And Denver will try the onside kick here. Yeah, I know it's early, but you want to at least give it a shot. Bob St. Clair, beast of an offensive tackle back in the 50s, recovers it. It'll be 1st and 10 from midfield for the 49ers, who lead 45-7. McElhenney again. He gains 3. He's at 110 yards today on just 8 carries. San Francisco lighting it up with their rushing game. 2nd and 7 at the 47. There's a give to Gore. Gore with a first down. He's got 9. He had 113 last week against LA. He's got 58 today. 1st and 10 at the 38. Gore, no gain. Harris on the stop for Denver. 2nd and 10 at the 38. No gain. Jackson on the stop. 3rd and 10. Ball at the 38. Tittle going long to Rice, and he's got him. Gain of 25, and Rice has his season high for the year, 92 yards. That might be enough to end the third quarter. It will. At the end of 3, this has been a blowout, 45-7. San Francisco. Our next game, as we start this fourth quarter, Kansas City traveling to Seattle. Seattle won last week for the first time this season. So we'll see if they can expand upon that victory with another one. Kansas City, a very tough team, though. 1st and 10, ball to 13. Gain of 3. Bob St. Clair providing the blocking there. He's the offensive tackle. 2nd and 7 at the 10. Looking on the sideline for Soltal, but that falls incomplete. 3rd and 7 at the 10. See if Tittle stays in the game. Gore trapped for a loss, a gain of 2. A loss of 2, which makes it 4th and 9. Janikowski from 29. He's good. 48-7. San Francisco just piling it on, and keep in mind that the third tiebreaker in the HTFL, if we need tiebreakers to determine who makes the playoffs and who doesn't, is net points. First tiebreaker is head-to-head. Second tiebreaker is division record if the teams that are tied are in the same division. And then the third tiebreaker is net points. The fourth tiebreaker is points scored. The fifth tiebreaker is the in-game power rankings. And then the sixth, if we have a sixth tiebreaker, it will be coin toss or a random draw. So, Upchurch again back deep. This is going to be another touchback. Not this time. He's going to return it. This is going to be a nice gain for Upchurch. Out to the 31. Pick up a 32. San Francisco bringing their first team offense back on. It's going to be a fly to Lionel Taylor. 1st and 10. But Cutler's going to run. He's going to get the first. He's going to get a lot more. Gain of 30 before Woodson can bring him down. Denver goes to the hurry-up. We have 12:57 left in regulation, although we probably won't need it. San Francisco has now put their second-string defense back in, so we're going to go bomb post to Lionel Taylor. Gold Raiders are blitzing. Instead, it's a dump off to Sharp, who gains 4. They'll go to Smith. Long slant on 2nd and 4. With the second string in, you might as well just try to go long on every play. Gain of 2 for Cutler. Woodson on the stop. 3rd and 4. Short cross to Lionel Taylor, which is complete, and Taylor gets to the 19 to pick up a 14. Again, no huddle for Denver. Medium fly, Shannon Sharp. They'll look for him, and they find Sharp. Gain of 11, and it was Dickie Mogul on the tackle, who we were just talking about. Medium slant to Rod Smith. Marker before the play.
Start. Offense. Number 78, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
So with the second string defense in for San Francisco, Denver having a lot easier go of it passing the ball. Medium out, Lionel Taylor on first and goal. And he's got a touchdown. I believe that's his second of the day now. No, that's his first. Rod Smith picked up the first touchdown. Your point after try is good, and it's 48-14 with 11:10 left. Again, Denver's going to try the onside kick, and that is recovered by Banducci for San Francisco. First and 10, ball to Denver 46. It's Tittle to Gore, and Gore picks up 4. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. It was just the right time. Jackson makes the stop at the 42. Second and 6 to McElhenney. And Hugh McElhenney with another nice gain. 8 yards. Jeff Garcia has now entered the game for San Francisco as the backup quarterback. And we have an entire new lineup in the game, and we'll get to them as we can, as San Francisco has put their second string in. Garcia throwing, looking for Raymond Chester, and Atwater provided coverage. Second and 10, ball to 34. Garcia's going to run, and he gains 3. Of course, Garcia would later play for Tampa Bay and took San Francisco to a few playoff runs at the turn of the century and millennium. Third and 7, ball to 31. Here's Garcia again. He throws and he finds Warren Wells, who played for the Oakland Raiders, gain of 15. Of course, if you've ever read Monday Night Mayhem by Bill Carter, another fine book that came out about 1990, talking about the inside the broadcasting aspect of football, like I was talking about Terry O'Neill's book, The Game Behind the Game, the Chicago-Minnesota game, and Otis Taylor's member. Warren Wells was erroneously referred to by Frank Gifford in an Oakland game, and apparently Howard Cosell said something to the effect off mic. Could you believe that? Warren Wells by that point had gone to prison, and Meredith looks at Cosell and said, "Did he say Warren Wells was flanked out to the wide?" And Cosell said something to the effect of, "He's flanked out to the wide, all right. He's flanked out all the way to San Quentin." Because by that time, Warren Wells was in jail and serving time at the San Quentin, which, of course, Johnny Cash made famous. First and 10, ball to 16. This is a give to Cason, who gains 3. We'll take a look at Cason, Jim Cason, or Cason. He's out of LSU and just picked up 3 yards. Second and 7, ball to 13. An incomplete pass, nearly intercepted by Atwater, and it's third and 7, ball to 13. Can San Francisco break 50 today? That was another attempted throw to Warren Wells. That fell incomplete, so Janikowski comes on. Got a 30-yard field goal. He pushed it wide right. That was a chip shot for him. And now Denver takes over. They trail by 34. Medium fly to Lionel Taylor. And again, San Francisco's got the first string in there, at least for the first play. Now they bring the scrubs on. Gain of 12. Straczynski on the tackle. They're looking for Dickie Mogul to throw to. We'll see who's lined up against it, and that would be Shannon Sharp, and they will go to him on the long slant. There's Sharp, 50, 45, down to the 40, a gain of 28. Denver now goes no huddle. Medium fly, Lionel Taylor. Incomplete. Deflected by Straczynski. Again, 91, but he plays defensive back. Plays corner. Another medium pass. This to Taylor on second and 10. That's another nice gain of 18 yards. Cutler, 10 out of 11, 157 yards. Taylor with a season high now of 88 yards receiving. But again, they're doing this against the second string of San Francisco's. Long fly to Taylor. Heavy blitz coming, so they're going to change it to a screen to Davis. 20, 15, 10, 5. Put it on the board. Touchdown Denver. (48-20). No real advantage of going for two here, so they'll just take the single extra point, which is good. Brandon McManus puts it through, 48-21. We have 4:14 left, and guess what Denver's going to do? They're going to try the onside kick again. Namalini scooped that up, so again, Denver 0 for 3 on the onside kick. The way this game's going, they might get a chance of getting one successful still. 1st and 10 at the 49. This is to Kaysen, who gains 4, or Kayson. Mecklenburg on the stop for Denver. Denver still got all their starters in. Garcia in. 2nd and 7 at the 46. Another pitch to Kayson, who gains nothing and likes it. Well, I don't know if he likes it. Mecklenburg on the stop for Denver. 3rd and 6 to Kayson again. No gain again. Denver will call a timeout. Ball's going to be at the 47. Denver will watch for the fake. Kick goes out of bounds at the 10. Actually, the 9-yard line. Nice punt by Davis. 2:16 left. Again. Looks like San Francisco brings their starters in for the first play. A screen. And they brought their second string in. This is to Davis. Davis is going to be close to the first. He's short. Magel will be coming off, and Merton Hanks is going to come in to replace him at safety. Play action bomb to Smith on 2nd and inches from the 19. And he's got it. Gain of 40. Jay Cutler unconscious. 14 for 15, 247. But he's doing it against the second string of San Francisco. Long hitch to Lionel Taylor. And another catch. He's got 8 catches, 118 yards. Straczynski made the stop that time. $1:44 on the clock, and Denver's going to use timeouts. To Taylor, medium slant. And Taylor, now he's got his second touchdown of the day. And that's a touchdown. 9 catches, 129 yards, and we have a real shootout here in the fourth quarter. And it's now 48-28. Again, they'll go for the onside kick. And again, it's recovered by San Francisco, so 0 for 4. Y.A. Tittle back in the game. Ball at the 47. 1st and 10. Denver has 1 timeout left. A fumble recovered by Denver and ran back 18 yards. Rice picked up the fumble, ran it back 18. It's 1st and 10. Denver at the 28. And I think Denver's just going to let it all hang out now. Medium fly to Marshall. Blitz coming, so it's going to be a screen instead to Davis. And he's got it, 30-25. Out at the 20. And this time, San Francisco leaving their first string on the field. We have 1:08 to go. Denver's going to use their last timeout. They have none left. Gold Raiders still with 2. Medium out to Sharp. Incomplete. 3rd and a yard. Going to be a medium play action pass to Taylor. Incomplete. 4th and a yard. So this will probably be the last gasp. Screen to Davis, but I want him to get out of bounds. Caught. He has the first, but let's check the penalty.
Encroachment defense.
They'll take
Number
the first.
94, 5-yard penalty.
And Cutler, despite only playing a quarter and a half, has 300 yards. First and 10 at the 13. They'll go to Taylor, medium cross. Incomplete, batted down at the line by Hardman. Medium pass. Taylor on second and 10. We're going to screen it instead to Davis because they were coming with a blitz. He's at the 10-5. He's in. Touchdown. What a comeback by Denver. It will not be successful. Your point after try is good, and it's 48-35. Remember, it was 48-7 with 13-18 left to go in the quarter, so this has been a nice comeback here, a valiant one. Now, of course, San Francisco wasn't playing too hard most of the way, but let's see what happens here. Onside kick. Can Denver get to it? No, they're 0 for 5, and that'll do it. Tittle will take a knee. This one is over, but it turned into quite the shootout at the end. 48-35. We had 968 yards of total offense in this game. And the way it was going, most of the way, you wouldn't think that would be possible. I think McElhenney will get player of the game honors. He had 118 yards. Let's look at the team stats. 502 for San Francisco, 463 for Denver. 7 trips to the red zone for San Francisco, and they scored 6 times. Denver won 4 out of 5, all 4 being touchdowns. We had only 11 penalties in the game. 62 plays ran by Denver, 38 of them rushes, 47 passes out of 64 plays by Denver. Denver actually had more first downs, 24-23. And San Francisco had the only turnover. And there is your scoring summary. It was all San Francisco. They had 45 unanswered. And then Denver came back, 4 touchdown passes for Jay Cutler. And let's just recheck him real fast. His player stat rating is a 158.3, which is perfect. 158.3 is like hitting 1,000 in baseball. So your final 48-35. Denver will fall to 3-2, which is where Kansas City is at the moment. So if Kansas City loses, Denver will stay in second place, and if Kansas City wins, they will be a second place by a half game. That'll be our next game. Let's tell you about our next 3 games, at least. Kansas City at Seattle. Then tomorrow I will do San Diego, Las Vegas, Arizona, Los Angeles. And then Thursday night, our live stream, by the way, this will be our live stream, and I forgot to mention this in the first quarter, 7 o'clock Thursday, the 20th of August, so if you're seeing this beyond the 20th of August, I've already done it, New York traveling to Philadelphia on, quote-unquote, the Monday night game, Philadelphia favored by 2. Again, your final, a wild fourth quarter between these two teams, but San Francisco prevails over Denver 48-35. And this has been Big Paulie for you. I'm glad you sat with us all throughout this game. If you've gotten to the end of this video, thank you for visiting. As always, Godspeed and God bless wherever you are and whenever you see this. And we'll do it again real soon. Bye bye for now, everybody.